ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः। ओम परतत्वे सदालीन रामकृष्ण समागया जो धर्म स्थापनरत विदेशम तम नमाम्यहम्। On the occasion of the 168th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, this morning we'll try to view Swami Vivekananda in the light of the sayings of Sri Ramakrishna in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. How profusely and eloquently Thakur has described and detailed and explained Swamiji's divinity, and which has been very diligently recorded by M in the Kathamrita and brought to us. We are indeed grateful to M. Mahendranath Gupta for letting us a glimpse of the great personality Swami Vivekananda in the eyes of Sri Ramakrishna. From the beginning of his interaction, Sri Ramakrishna amply revealed that this is the chosen person to bear the torch of God for the regeneration of the entire humanity. It is not possible for any of us to estimate the great personality of Swami Vivekananda. It is said only a jeweler knows the worth of a jewel. Even Srima Sharda Devi, she said that Thakur has said that Narendra was one of the 7 rishis of the eternal present time, and his words are like Vedas, his words cannot be untrue. Now his extreme love and affection to Narendranath should be clarified at the outset. The love between two human beings is usually considered in the mundane plane, and it amounts to bondage. Sri Ramakrishna used to be mad, literally mad, at the sight of Narendranath. He was infinitely attached and beloved with Narendranath. Hajra Mahashaya, Pratap Chandra Hajra, was a great critic, but Sri Ramakrishna would keep him in Dakshineshwar. And he said to Sri Ramakrishna that your extraordinary affection to Narendranath is going to generate a great bondage which will be detrimental for you. He cited the example of Raja Bharat, who had an affection to a deer, and ultimately he had to be born as a deer in the next life. This made Sri Ramakrishna, who was a simple child, very much perturbed, and he approached the Divine Mother at the temple for clarification. And the Universal Mother told him that you see Narayana in Narendranath. That's why you love him. Sri Ramakrishna came back and said, look, I love you because I see Narayana in you. The day I will not be able to see Narayana in you, I will not be able to look at you. So their relation was divine 100%. Now, Swami Vivekananda knew that he cannot be estimated by anyone in this world. So before leaving this world, one day at Balloon Mutt, he said, if there were another Vivekananda, he could know what this Vivekananda has done. Now, so only his image can estimate what this Vivekananda has done. So we have to understand the relation between Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda very clearly. Then we will be able to appreciate the comments of Sri Ramakrishna about him, who this person was in relation to Vivekananda. One day, Swami Vivekananda was seated in Dakshineshwar temple in the presence of Sri Ramakrishna, and Sri Ramakrishna was smoking, and he went to ecstasy. So in ecstasy, he sat at the lap of Vivekananda and he gave the hubble bubble to Vivekananda to have a smoke. Swami Vivekananda, then Narendranath, was also a smoker, but he would not usually smoke in front of Sri Ramakrishna. He felt hesitated, but Sri Ramakrishna forced. Then as he had few puffs, Sri Ramakrishna took away the hubble bubble and started smoking from the same pipe. Swami Vivekananda Narendranath, he objected, he shouted, please let me wash the pipe before you put your mouth, because that is not in tradition. It has become uchishta. Then Sri Ramakrishna said, you are of mean mentality, heen buddhi. You don't realize that this and that, touching him and touching his body, are one and the same. Etao je, utao se. There is no difference. They are avinna. Now this we cannot understand. How the guru and the disciple can be the one and the same. One is the receptor and another is the deliverer. Now, so this dignified and divine relation was revealed by Sri Ramakrishna later, that he told to Narendranath, behold, in you is Shiva and in me is Shakti, and these two are one. We know that Shiva and Shakti are one and the same. Brahma and Shakti, that fire and its burning power, they are one and the same. They cannot be separated. So Sri Ramakrishna is the fire and Narendranath is the burning, is the other way around. Narendranath is the fire and Sri Ramakrishna is the burning power. He is the Shakti. So those two are the inseparable identities. This we have to very carefully understand before we proceed to estimate who Swami Vivekananda was. As one Vivekananda was necessary to put into action the divine plan of the incarnation of God, so an incarnation of God was necessary to tell the world who this forerunner was, who this torchbearer was. So we feel thrilled and flabbergasted to understand the comments of Sri Ramakrishna about Swami Vivekananda. Now, this Vivekananda was estimated as Shiva. He says he was Shiva. Now this is the authenticated and this is augmented by the history of the birth of Swami Vivekananda. We know that Swami Vivekananda was born at 6:33 a.m. on 12th of January 1863 in Simlapalli of Kolkata, out of Sri Vishwanath Dwatta, the attorney of Calcutta High Court, and Mata Bhuvaneshwari Devi, a pious lady. They didn't have a son for a long time, so they prayed. And Bhuvaneshwari Devi has a relation in Varanasi, so she requested her to pray to the god Vireshwara in Varanasi for having a son. And she also had a dream that Shiva has appeared in the dream and told her that I am coming to you as your son. So accordingly, Bhuvaneshwari Devi accepted this child as a boon from Vireshwara Shiva, and his name was Vireshwara. However, they gave a formal name, Narendranath Datta, was called in short Narendra, that is king of the men, or in short Naren. Bhuvaneshwari Devi would call her as Bile, as a nickname. And his behavior was just like the Bhairava at the childhood. That when he became angry, he could destroy anything whichever was in his company, in his vicinity. And Bhuvaneshwari Devi discovered a wonderful method to calm him down. As soon as she poured a pitcher of water on his head, calling Shiva, Shiva, he would come down. As is the tradition, to worship Shiva with a pitcher of water on its head. Now, regarding the advent of Swami Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna revealed a story out of his personal experience. He said, one day I was meditating and my mind soared high in samadhi along a luminous path. It soon transcended the stellar universe and entered the stellar region of ideas. As it ascended higher and higher, I found on both sides of the way ideal forms of gods and goddesses. The mind then reached the outer limits of the region where a luminous barrier was seen. Crossing that barrier, my mind soared higher, and the sphere of the relative existence extinguished, and there was only absolute Brahman. When its mind transcended that barrier also and entered the transcendental realm, where no corporeal being was visible, even the gods and goddesses dare not peep into that sublime realm. But I was surprised to see that 7 venerable sages seated there in samadhi. It occurred to me that these sages must have surpassed not only men, but even the devas in knowledge and holiness, in renunciation and love. Lost in admiration, I was reflecting on their greatness when I saw a fraction of that undifferentiated luminous region condensed into the form of a divine child. The child came to one of the sages, tenderly clasped his neck with his lovely little arms, and addressing him in a sweet voice, attempted to drag his mind down from the state of samadhi. The magic touch roused the sage from his superconscious state, and he fixed his unmoving, half-open gaze upon the wonderful child. His beaming countenance showed that the child must have been the treasure of his heart. This is the relation, the child and the sage. The child is the treasure of his heart. The child was to become Sri Ramakrishna, and the sage was Swami Vivekananda. In great joy, the strange child said to him, I am going down. You too must go with me. The sage remained mute. He didn't consent. He didn't reply. But his tender look expressed his assent. As he kept gazing on the child, he was again immersed in samadhi. That was a natural abode. I was surprised. This is the account of Sri Ramakrishna. I was surprised to find that a fragment of that sage's body and mind was descending on earth in the form of an effulgent ray of light. No sooner had I seen Naren than I recognized him to be that sage. Later he said, one day I was staying in Dakshineshwar. Suddenly I saw a luminous ray coming from the direction of Varanasi and with a great stride falling on Kolkata. Then I knew that Narendra has now descended through the Lord of Vireshwara in Varanasi. The ray of light traveling in the sky from city of Varanasi towards Calcutta. He understood that the Rishi now has been born, and he recognized the Rishi in the form of Narendranath as soon as he arrived at Dakshineshwar. With another epithet Sri Ramakrishna said about him, he called Narendra the incarnation of Nara. He said to Narendra, I know you are the ancient sage Nara, the Nara Rupi Narayan, the incarnation of Narayan born on the earth to remove the miseries of the mankind. The Nara and Narayan, they are the pairs. They come again and again in this world to remove the sufferings of the mankind. This pair we find in every incarnation of God, like this Chaitanya and Nityananda, and Sri Krishna, Arjuna, and like that in every way, Buddha and Ananda, etc. But Swami Vivekananda was always reluctant to claim a status for himself. Yet he had to state the fact. He declared that while Buddha had a mission for the East, he had a mission for the West. That was the declaration of Swami Vivekananda. Once even Swami Saradananda was stunned by a remark Vivekananda let fall during the course of a conversation with Miss Henrietta Muller. Vivekananda said, I'll have a lot of difficult work to do in this life compared with last time. Please mark the words. Compared to the last time, there is much more to be done. And a little later, I have just begun my work. In America, I have raised only 1 or 2 waves. A tidal wave must be raised. Society must be turned upside down. The world must be given a new civilization. The world will understand what that power is and why I have come. Compared to the power I showed last time, it will be tremendous. He himself said about him, which is recorded by the records of Miss Henrietta Muller. One day Sri Ramakrishna revealed another spiritual experience. He said about himself, Sri Ramakrishna, I had seen Akhanda Satchidanand, and I have seen a realm where there is a barrier. On the one side, there is a barrier of dualism, where I saw the devotees who believe in forms, and there were the Chuni, Kedar, etc., seated there. And beyond the barrier, there is a red brick dust, a pile of this red effulgent luminosity. घेरे के दूसरी ओर खूब लाल सुर्खी की ढेरी से तरह प्रकाश है, उसके बीच में समाधि मग्न नरेंद्र बैठा हुआ है. I saw Narendra seated on the top of that red effulgent radiance. I called Narendra. He was in meditation. He opened his eyes a little, and then I understood that this person has has arrived in Simla and to do the work. Seeing his mind immersed in samadhi, I immediately requested Mother, please bind him down with your maya, or else he will immediately leave this body and the work will be left undone. Kedar and others were seated outside the barrier. They peeped at this side, and in fear they ran away, because the vibration and the luminosity of that area is unbearable for the people with dualism. Sri Ramakrishna said that I consider Narendra as my very own. Atma Swarup manta हूँ, and I am his follower. मैं उनका अनुगत हूँ. The Guru is telling, I am his follower. I follow whatever he says, because he is a man of extremely extraordinary region. And he said his way of life is like this masculine form, and I am feminine. उनका पुरुष भाव है और मेरा प्रकृति भाव है. His abode is very high. He comes from this Akhanda, where the infinite zone. So Sri Ramakrishna wanted to say again and again that these two personalities were complementary to each other, the two sides of the same coin. When after the demise of Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda, their photographs were posted in the shrine of Kualpada ashram, and someone objected that in Kualpada the Thakur and some devotee placed in the shrine the photographs of Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda side by side. Someone complained to Holy Mother Sarada Devi that this is wrong. The Guru and the disciple cannot be placed in the same platform. Disciple is always placed below. But Holy Mother said, no, Narendra Amadir Mathan Muni, he could be placed above Sri Ramakrishna. Such was the respect given to Narendranath by Sri Ramakrishna and Srimad Sharda Devi, let alone the other devotees and disciples of Thakur. Now, and he used to compare Narendranath when Narendranath would be embarrassed. At that time, the Keshav Chandra Sen was the leader of Brahma Samaj, a renowned person throughout India and international fame. He went to England to meet the Queen Victoria and earn her appreciation. Now Sri Ramakrishna said, if Keshav is doing all this work with 1 unit of power, Narendra has 18 such units of power within him. Narendranath objected that your extreme affection to me is giving all this exaggeration. Sri Ramakrishna said, I cannot do anything. Mother is showing, so I am revealing what I see. I cannot estimate you. Only the divinity can estimate you, and I am communicating what she is saying. And later on, his words were found to be exactly true. Sri Ramakrishna always gave his respect to Narendranath. He said, when Narendranath comes, he sits in the right side of the carrier. He takes the leading role, and he would never tell Narendranath to do any personal menial service. He said, no, Narendranath is not meant for that. The devotees will offer many articles full of the desires, which Sri Ramakrishna would not take or not allow any devotee to partake of these gifts and food offerings. He would keep those to be offered to Narendranath. So when it was said that if nobody is allowed to partake of this food offering because they are contaminated with the desires of the devotees, then Sri Ramakrishna would say that there is a fire of knowledge ever burning within Narendranath, and whatever is given, it gets burnt. So he has the purificatory capacity within him. He is extraordinary. He cannot be compared with anyone else. Whenever Narendranath would be in the company of Sri Ramakrishna, he would feel very happy. Whenever he will be engaged in an argumentation, he will encourage, and invariably Narendranath would come victorious. There was no dearth of appreciation in the mouth of Sri Ramakrishna regarding Narendranath from beginning to end. You would say he is Nitya Mukta, he is ever free. These people are not born to become free, they are born to make others free. And they are always full of vairagyam. And he said that Narendranath's devotion was full of bhakti also. He was both the embodiment of knowledge and devotion. The songs of Narendranath would throw Sri Ramakrishna into ecstasy. And he would say that his songs arouse the Kundalini in me. He is a gifted singer. So that's why I used to become mad in the vision of Narendranath. One day he was taking rest in his room at night. In that room, the Swami Premananda, then Baburam, with another person was taking rest also. At night, Sri Ramakrishna got up and revealed that he was feeling extraordinary pain in his heart. They thought that he is due to some physical illness. But he said, no, it is because Narendranath told me that he would come. He has not come for a long time. I cannot bear this pain anymore. So then there was the person, Ramdayal, he told, please don't worry, tomorrow morning I will first time go and call him. Sri Ramakrishna went back to his room. Again he got up repeatedly. Said, I cannot bear, someone is pinching my chest, like scratching my chest, like by the paws of a cat. His pain is unbearable. Then Baburam Maharaj remarked that I was thinking that how heartless this person would be to arouse such a pain in this venerable person. He thought of Narendranath. Because Narendranath couldn't appreciate that how great he was. It was Sri Ramakrishna who spoke openly about the greatness of Narendranath, because the words are too short to explain his greatness. And he was saying he's a Nitya Magda Dhyan Siddha Rishi. It is singular to note that Narendra was rarely allowed to offer any act of personal service to the master, such as fanning and the like, services which the disciple is supposed to render to his spiritual guide during his training. It is very natural. Guru Seva is a part of the training. Narendranath was never done to do Guru Seva, because Sri Ramakrishna did not used to consider him as a disciple. He used to consider him as his counterpart. And he is greater. Sri Ramakrishna says, I am your Onugato. I am his follower. And we must correspond, all these sayings, with the divine vision of Sri Ramakrishna. That Saptasya Rishi, He had no business to come. That child, divine child, aroused him from his meditation and requested him to come. So he came out of his request, and he was always trying to soar high to his abode. But Sri Ramakrishna, with the request of the Divine Mother, brought him down to this world to save others. But then such was the commitment of Narendranath that after the demise of Sri Ramakrishna, he took upon him the holy mission, and he said, I will continue to work till the whole world shall know it is one with God. It is not that he sacrificed his meditation and his bliss for a temporary period to please Sri Ramakrishna, but he dedicated his entire spiritual dimension for the services of Sri Ramakrishna, to whom he was committed. And before he gave up his body, Swami Vivekananda said, it may be that I shall find it good to get out of this body and cast it out like a disused garment, but I shall not cease to work. I'll go on inspiring people till the whole world shall know that it is one with God. So the mission of Swami Vivekananda is on. Whoever wants to proceed further, he or she must get assured that the power of Vivekananda is working behind him or her. It is ever present. It is for us to take that stride and proceed ahead. Swami Vivekananda is calling us, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. And the goal is to know who we are. The goal is to realize our divinity. The goal is to know that we have an infinite expansion hidden within us in a potential form. And the goal is to manifest that inherent divinity in every moment of our life. Until we reach the goal, Swami Vivekananda is cooperating, extending his hand of cooperation to us. He is a partner, he is our companion, Sathi, has been earmarked by Sri Ramakrishna for us. And he has himself said that my power is very seen in fraction at the moment. Great stride is coming, and Swami Vivekananda is not a power that is dead on 4th July 1902. It is just a change of phase. He was working within a physical body, now he is working in a divine platform. But he is present with us, and he will be present forever. And on this holy occasion, we offer our respect and prayers to him so that we can move forward till our goal of individual lives are attained. With these few words, we conclude and offer our prayers. To Sri Ramakrishna, Srimad Sharda Devi, and Swami Vivekananda. Niranjanam nityam ananta rupam bhaktanukampa dhrita vigraham vai Ishavataram parameshamidyam tam Ramakrishnam shirusa namama. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Let us close with the chanting of the Lord. Please join with me. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Announcements. Today is the last and concluding day of the 9-day long birthday celebration of Swami Vivekananda, which will be continuing in the afternoon. Now will be Rogi Narayan Seva in the hospital. We will worship the admitted inpatients formally with Gandha Pushpa Dhub Deep Naivedya. In place of Naivedya, we will offer fruits and biscuits, and as usual with chandan and incense stick and lamp, we will make arati and offer garlands, etc. for the inpatients, general body inpatients, as a token of our dedication to the patients as the manifestation of the divine, as promulgated by Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda. In the afternoon, there is a film show, 3:30 to 5:30, that on Swami Vivekananda, The Light. It's a feature film, and it will be staged in Hindi. And the evening, after the evening arati, there is Shivanam Sankirtan, and there is bhajan, to be presented by Sri Kalyan Chattopadhyay, who has come all the way from Calcutta, and he is an artist of the Kolkata Doordarshan, and he last night also presented that Shastriya Sangeet, and he kept all the audience charmed. So we request all of you to participate in the evening program, and the tabla accompaniment will be given by Parthapratim Mukherjee of Lucknow. Tomorrow is the birthday celebration of Swami Brahmanandaji Maharaj. So there will be talk on his life and teachings in the evening. Talk will be presented by me, and there will be also Ram Nam Sankirtan. And on the 25th, there is the birthday celebration of Swami Muktinathanandaji. His life and message will be discussed in the evening by me, and following day, 26th, is Saraswati Puja. So all of you are invited to participate Saraswati Puja, and the following day, that Visarjan. And on Saturday there will be the Kali Kirtan, and following Sunday there will be, as usual, the talk on the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Thank you.